All right, welcome. And today, Miss Trúc from class IELTS 43, she's going to do her speaking practice. So let's try topic and say what topic you want? 150 something. Right. Okay, let's try 157. It's about teenagers. Remember, teenagers are often people who are at their puberty years, the years where they experience puberty. Họ trải qua tuổi dậy thì họ gọi là teenagers. And remember that from 14 years old to 19 years old, that's adolescent. Người ở tuổi vị thành niên. It's about 14 to 19 years old. Around that. So you are not a teenager. If you're 17 years old, for example, you're not a teenager. Now, so Mr. Are there many teenagers in the place you live? And remember, before you reach puberty, you're still children, okay? Trước khi đạt tuổi dậy thì vẫn là children nha. Okay, so are there many teenagers in the place where you live?
To be honest, there are not many teenagers in my neighbor.
No, teenagers.
Teenagers in my neighborhood. Yes, because I think the surroundings seem so quiet with old people are the main residents in this area. There are just some children in my area, and that's why I don't know exactly how many people.
Don't know how many people are there.
Yes, how many people are there in my areas right now? So that's why I think that.
But you live in an apartment complex, right? Em đang sống một khu phức hợp căn hộ, right? An apartment complex. Are you living in there? Or are you living in like an alley or a house, something like that?
It's a small road. There are just some house in this road.
Some houses in this road.
Yeah. So there's the populations is not is not considerate just some house and yeah, as I said above, the elderly dominant. So it's hard for me to see teenagers. That's why I think there are not many teenagers in the place I live.
I see. So do you like spending time with teenagers? Why not?
In my opinion, I don't advise spending time with teenagers because their mindsets maybe not suitable for old people like me.
So you considering yourself old? Come on, I'm 36 now. I feel like a fossil.
It's
Tôi cảm thấy
about
quá thật.
it's about perspective and mindsets.
Perfect.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, and teenagers, their emotional world are truly um, complicated in some ways because they are not adults made uh, adults enough, but they are not still children to think everything's uh, less uh, things simpler than that than the way they think in their age. So if talking about the people I love to be, I love to spending time with. I think uh, I love playing and spending time with children, especially those who are in their early age,
Same.
because I guess at that time, uh, they are very lovely and
Of course, they are lovely, but it's just a difference in perspective and mindsets, right? Điểm nhìn và cái cách suy nghĩ nha. It's different. I understand that. Sometimes I do spend time with teenagers because I see them a lot in the gym. I see them playing sports downstairs a lot, and sometimes I talk with them. Yeah. Um, I have no problem with speaking to teenagers, though. I mean, not kids, okay, but teenagers are excellent. Okay, they're okay, but young kids are so annoying. Oh my God, it's just my preference. Now, so what are the best things about being a teenager? Do you remember your teenage year? Like, what's the thing you like best about it? Why? Why not?
I believe that if the best thing about being a teenager is that people are their uh, in their freedom to explore who they are while still having fewer responsibilities
Mm,
than adults. For example, because they just need to focus on study and they can try different hobbies with new people in their journeys ahead
mhm.
and travel with friends without worrying too much about mm, normal daily responsibilities,
Daily
such as
responsibilities.
yes, such as paying bills, managing family, earning earning money for support
Mm,
their family. Yes, and it's a time full of energies, curiosity, and opportunities
mm.
to, to explore the world.
Explore the world, yeah. Right. So at those years, like you remember things were full of joy, full of curiosity, like it just less boring than now, I think. Cái thời mà hồi còn teen á, thực sự là nó ít nhàm chán hơn hẳn luôn so với bây giờ luôn á. It feels like maybe lúc đó là mình còn rất là tò mò muốn biết mọi thứ. You know, of course you're right. We like to explore things a lot back then. Now, so what would you like to do if you were a teenager again? Why not? What would you do?
There's a regret that I want to trans if I were a teenager again.
Mhm.
That I want I want this that time, I could break the ice and
Yes.
and make more friends at that time. You know, I'm an introvert person.
Mm.
So so for me at that time it's hard. It was hard to make new friends.
Mhm.
And I felt that at that time I just focused in studying academic academic subjects at school. I sometimes forgot to uh, uh, to hanging out with
Mhm.
friends, um, explore the world,
Mhm.
and try new things. So I think I did several several exciting activities at that time.
Of course, there were several exciting activities like we skip classes and then we just go out and have fun with friends, very exciting. Không có exciting nào hơn mà trốn học xong đi ra ngoài chơi bạn bè. Well, it's very exciting, that one. And then we did a lot of bad things too. Now, will you follow teenage fashion in the future? Teenage fashion, like those clothes worn by teenagers. So will you follow teenage fashion in the future? Like in Vietnam right now, I know a lot of teenagers, they wear Korean style fashion, or they want to look like Sơn Tùng MTV, or they want to look like their maybe idols, teenage idols. Will you follow teenage fashion in the future? Why not?
So I in, instead of following teenager fashions in the futures, I think is quite fun and creative to think of, but it changes so quickly and it's truly hard to keep up, even for people who interested in fashions.
Mm,
Not mentioned to me a person who's just uh, feel comfortable for
mhm,
the similarity of familiarity. So in the futures, I will just focus on my styles that suit my personality and what made me feel comfortable rather than just following trends. That's why I can still look um, good, but also feel like myself, just not others who who have a outlooking pressures.
mm. You mean it's called peer pressure, right? Áp lực bạn đồng trang lứa, peer pressure, of course, is real. It's real bad peer pressure when it comes to being a teenager when we were younger.
I mean,
Remember those
outlooking.
years, everyone was trying to compare and to how can I say, being nitpick, compare and being nitpicky. Everyone was trying to do that. Hồi đó ngày xưa nói chung là cái thời tuổi teen ai cũng so sánh bạn này bạn kia với mình, và kén cá chọn canh, being nitpicky, with clothes and stuff like that.
Oh, I think that yeah, pressures in teenagers are quite awful.
It's awful and it's prevalent. Nó vừa tệ mà nó lại vừa khắp nơi nhan nhản luôn á. It's quite prevalent. It's pervasive. It's everywhere. Kiếm nhan nhản khắp nơi luôn á. It's everywhere. So is that your reason why you will not follow that?
Yes. Yes, in my opinion, I want.
I understand that. Now, so let's move on to test two and part two and part three. Gosh, there's a lot of new topics I can find. Look at this one. You can see. Okay, let's try 195. Describe something you had to share with others. You should say what it was, who you had to share it with, why you had to share it, how you felt about it. So, of course, 195 is about sharing. Like, for example, I share the gym machines with a lot of people. I share like these workout machines, like what's it called? It's called the Smith machines, you know. But you can call them the workout machines if you want to. I share the workout machines, the gym machines with a lot of people in my apartment complex. And of course, I have to wipe clean them with a cloth and alcohol, you know. Phải chùi đi, lau chùi nó với lại một cái tấm vải và cồn. Of course, for better hygiene. Now, so what are the things that people can or cannot share with each other? Like think about very expensive things that people can share. For example, I told you these workout machines are very expensive. Or you can share, let's say, you don't share clothes with others. That's gross, you know. That's quite gross. Of course, it's quite gross. Dirty if you share clothes with others. And think about food. Of course, in some cases, you can share the food with people who are close to you, but I normally would not do that, you know, because I'm concerned, because I'm quite concerned. I'm quite concerned about hygiene. Tôi khá lo lắng về vệ sinh. Of course, I wouldn't share food with people that way, you know, it's quite concerning. Think about sharing books, pens, or stationery. Stationery or stationaries, những đồ dùng học tập hoặc là đồ dùng trong văn phòng. Like, would you share like a stapler? For example, a stapler with your other people? Would you share like pens? Would you share what's it called? Fax machines, photocopy machine, photocopier, etc. Think about would you share a home with each other? Chia sẻ ở chung nha, something like that. Now, the why or why not is quite important too. Now, do you think children like to share and why? I think it depends a lot on how they were raised. If their mother and father taught them that sharing is caring, then probably they will share, but otherwise, nah, I don't think so. What do you think is the benefit of sharing for children? Does it teach them any value? Dạy trẻ biết cách chia sẻ với bạn khác có dạy chúng được cái giá trị nào hay không? Think about that. And how can parents teach their children to share? Maybe starting from sharing foods. Maybe starting from something like sharing food or toys, I think. Small thing first. Phải share từ những cái nào mà nó nhỏ nhỏ trước. Now, is there anything that parents should persuade children to share with others? Like share, was it called sport equipment? Maybe sports equipment, dụng cụ thể thao. Nhiều cái dụng cụ thể thao mắc lắm nha. Like sport equipment can be very expensive, like a tennis, what's it called? Tennis or badminton rackets. Mấy cái vợt nó mắc lắm nha, phải không đâu? You can share sport equipment with others if it's expensive, something like that. Think about this one. I'm sure you will have some ideas. Now, why is it important to share food with others during a celebration? Does it, how can I say, facilitate? Does it facilitate a sense of unity? Nó có xúc tiến một cảm giác đoàn kết không? Like what food should they share? Should they share the same cup? No. Họ nên chia sẻ cùng một cái ly uống nước không? No, of course not. Just food, right? And it's create a feeling that everyone is welcome. Nó cảm giác là mọi người đều được chào đón như vậy. And you can think about what kind of celebration. Mình có thể cho một ví dụ là celebration nào. And then how can governments encourage shared transport? Well, you know the story of Vietnamese government. They're trying to encourage people to use metro or public buses more. How can they do that? Is it helpful to, how can I say, was it? To lower the fares or the cost? They can lower the cost of tickets for shared transport. Shared transport can include the trains, buses, metros, airplane can also be a shared transport. And boats. Mấy cái đó là những cái phương tiện vận tải mà có thể chia sẻ chung với nhau, you know. But private cars are not shared transport, okay? Xe riêng thì đương nhiên không phải là phương tiện có thể chia sẻ được. You can lower the fare cost of tickets or you can increase the fuel cost. Có thể gia tăng chi phí nhiên liệu. Increase the fuel cost. That will encourage people to use shared transport much more. Or raise the tax on private cars, for example. Tăng thuế về những cái xe mà tư nhân. That will surely force people. Or you can think of other things like, for example, you can make it more enticing for people to use shared transport. Có thể làm cho con người ta cảm thấy được thu hút hơn để sử dụng mấy cái shared transport đó. By improving the safety and hygiene of public transport, you know, nó phải vệ sinh, phải an toàn tao mới dám đi, you know, something like that. All right, so you have some time to think now. Okay, Mr. Can you describe something you had to share with others?
Yes, I would like to mention a time when
Ah,
I, when I went on a trip with my colleagues. I had to share a bedroom with two other people. Honestly, it wasn't really a problem because the trip was only 2 days long. So sharing my personal space didn't make me feel uncomfortable. Of course, there were a few inconveniences, like having to take turns using the bathroom in the morning. That's why I woke up earlier than the others so I could use it first. The good things about that was I got to enjoy the fresh air and the refresh feeling of being on a trip, which helped me get ready for a hard-working uh, days ahead. I believe that when living in a group environment, sharing something is important and cannot cannot avoid.
and one
So
that you can't avoid, right?
yes, so getting used to it and finding your own enjoyments in every moment to keep a positive mindset is important.
Of course, keeping a positive mindset is super important. Now, what are the things that people can and cannot share with each other? Why not?
Uh, to mention things that people can share with others uh, is share with others. The first thing I think is common and easy to share with others is um, is your just work your words up, your words applications.
Work application,
Yes,
of course, you
yes.
wouldn't want to share that.
Uh, because it's the items of your department. So it's not
You mean data?
only
The data from your department, you mean?
uh I mean the nationality dictionary.
Hmm.
I mean the machines, the devisement in the department.
The
That's
device,
either
the machine and
yes,
device is in the department.
yes, in the department because uh they are the things that people can share with each other.
Hmm.
Yes, it's normal to share because it's not belong to any
Anybody, right?
persons. Yes,
And a particular person. Hmm.
a particular person. Yes, and it seems that things that people generally cannot share with other usually are their personal hygiene items.
Personal hygiene item.
Hygiene item, yes.
You wouldn't
Personal
want to
hygiene
share a toothbrush
item,
with someone. Ugh,
yes.
thing.
Um, especially toothbrush. I think it's not things that you can share with other, even yourself or the person who want to share is not a things that's suitable for sharing. Yes, I think that. Mm. But additionally, about emotional or private matters.
Let's just say that what more, because additionally sounds very written language, you know. Cái additionally nó nghe nó trịnh trọng quá, giống như văn viết vậy đó.
Okay.
Just say what more.
What more? Emotional or private matters.
Or it matters, yeah.
Yeah, such as your personal problems,
Mm.
romantic issues. Yes,
Issues is romantic issues.
yes, and sometimes your traumatic experience are things that hard to share with others. Yes, it's about emotional worth that I want to mention here. Yeah, it's not material things. It's just about your emotions. Yes.
I see. Now, so, um, what do you think is the benefit of sharing for children?
I
Like,
think that
yeah, please go on.
yes. I think that sharing is an important skill, social skill that um, children should be learned in their early age. But because it help them developed
Develop.
and yes, developed an important personality that help them uh, m- help them build their connections in the future. For example, when they share their toys or snacks, just a little things, they can learn empathy and
Empathy.
understanding.
Empathy.
Empathy and understanding how their actions affect others.
Mm.
Yes, they can have new friends when they share their items with their classmates, for example. It also teaches them cooperations, teamwork, which is essential for working in groups at school or mm, others, others environment.
Mm-hmm. Or the environment, I see.
Yes.
Then, and how can parents teach their children to share? What do you think?
To be honest, it's not easy at all because yes, because children in uh their early age are not opinion.
They don't have their own opinion that early, you know.
Yes, and um might and they might thought what they think are hardly to guess. Sometimes they just want it for their own self,
For themselves, right?
for themselves. Yes, for
Mm.
themselves. It's not means that they are selfish or something like that. It's just the personality, you know. Yeah, and in my opinion, parents can teach their children to share by setting a good example.
Setting a good example.
Yes. For instance, if a child sees their parents sharing things with others, and they and they know that when their parents do that, they can receive happiness and good relationships. There's that serves as a motivation for them to copy that behavior. their parents can also create situations where sharing is encouraged.
Encourage, yeah.
Yes, give them a good results, good outcome, or benefits that they
But to be
can
honest with
receive.
you, to be honest with you, I think children, they mimic their parents. So basically, it's the most important thing. The parent must share, and children must observe that, so they will learn. Cái quan trọng nhất là ba
Yes,
má phải biết share, chứ tự nhiên ba má mà ích kỷ sao dạy con biết share được.
yes. That's why
Yeah.
they have to be a good example.
Role model. They have to be a good role model.
Yes, a good
Tấm
role
gương
model.
tốt. A good role
Yes,
model.
and their children can reflect, reflect
Reflect. They can
themselves.
reflect on that. Yes.
Yes, reflect on
Okay, so
that.
is there anything that parents should persuade the children to share with others? Like any items or anything that parents think that the children should share with others?
Yeah. Believe that children love being encouraged
Mhm.
and receive gifts
Uh,
as a reward. So, a effective way that parents can do to persuade their children to share by making the experience enjoyable and rewarding. For example, when their children uh, share their favorite thing with others, their parents can give them a present that make they know that when they share, they can receive more. So it feels less like giving something up. It's just like multiply the choice. No, the
like
choice.
multiply,
The
multiply,
choice to
multiply. Ủa, how
multiply
multiply the joy?
to multiply the choice.
The more sharing, the merrier. The
The
more
more share,
sharing, the
the more
merrier.
sharing,
Càng chia sẻ càng vui.
mirrors,
The merrier.
the merrier.
It's like,
The
okay, so how can government encourage shared transport? What do you think? Let's talk about what
in
shared
the
transport can be. Yeah.
yes, in the perspective of governments,
Mm.
I believe that they should improve the quality of shared transport to encourage people use them more. For example, increasing the number and the quality of buses or public transport during just hours can make people more willing to use them because in this uh in this current era, people focus on the if if the methods that help them to save their time and their efforts. That's why many people have a habit to use their personal vehicles than
Mm.
using public transport. It's of course um it's also related to the safety and efficiency of public transport.
Mm.
So the more improvement the government can do, the more people are willing to use shared transport in the future.
Yeah, more improvement, the better. Yeah, you need to be safe, to be enjoyable, to be fast, to be cheaper, of course. And okay, so why is it important to share food with others during a celebration? Let's talk about different kind of celebration, like wedding, for example, or during, like, say, Christmas, birthday, birthday party, for example, something like that.
To be honest, sharing food with others during a celebrations made the environments more warm,
One.
warmer, warmer, yes, and uh, people feel happier
Mm-hmm.
because they're not alone. They are together, sharing things, and enjoy the same as the same environment. It's create a sense of unity when everyone enjoys the same dishes. It's make them feel like a part of the big families.
A
They are
part
not
of a
a
big
part.
family. A
Yes, yes,
part of a big family.
they are a part in a big family. Even if they are come from different uh, backgrounds, it's also a way to show uh, hospitality.
Hospitality.
Hospitality, yes,
Mm.
hospitality. Mm. On the top of that, sharing food can reduce the can break the ice
Yeah,
and
breaking ice.
yes, make people feel more familiar even at even at the time they are strangers who
Mm.
don't
They were
know
strangers.
much about each other.
Mhm. Like, yeah, it breaks the ice very well. You share food with others, actually. I realize that, yeah. Okay, very good practice for today. Let's end it here. And so on Sunday, probably is going to be speaking again. Okay.